so much for joining us at the event as one of our new speakers for 2013 and for participating in this interview with us. I know that when our delegates and others see your slides on our website, they're going to be very interested as to how you chose this alternative sector. And I guess the question will arise, why cannabis and why now?
So 3 years ago I was working in Silicon Valley, working for a venture capital bank, and stumbled across this industry and realized that it was the biggest opportunity that I was ever going to see. It's the biggest opportunity of my lifetime.
Absolutely, and one that, whilst risky, you see the benefits that are going to come soon, if not in the next 10, 15 years.
I do. I see that cannabis legalization and the end of prohibition is inevitable in the United States. I believe that the Berlin Wall of cannabis prohibition is going to fall over. In fact, it's our fundamental thesis that the Berlin Wall is past the tipping point. It's just a matter of time and inertia for prohibition to end.
Absolutely. And when you let your friends and your colleagues and your family know, what was their reaction and how have they changed now that you've been in the business a while?
Oh, like everyone here, I've spent a lot of money on education, and I've spent a lot of time and effort and hard work establishing a valuable career, a valuable set of job skills. And when I let people know that I was taking the step of going into the cannabis industry, it was quite shocking. My parents are 80 years old. My chat today was about hurdles, and it certainly was a hurdle telling my 80-year-old parents that I was quitting my job and investing in cannabis.
Absolutely. And the other barriers that you have discovered and may still be fighting, how do you see overcoming them in the next 6 to 12 months, or is it a longer process?
Oh, for us, it's a 2 to 4 year process. Our focus is on bringing the industry out of the shadows and into the light. Our focus is on elevating the conversation. And I think that today was an important day for us to come to Capital Creation and to come to Monaco and speak to a room full of investors about cannabis. It's monumental. It was important for us. It was an important milestone for us, and we were very pleased to be invited.
Absolutely. And what has the feedback been so far?
It's been fun. I think that the first time I mentioned the word cannabis, which was about 4 or 5 minutes into my conversation, people were shocked and surprised, and everyone in the room started smiling. They sort of looked at each other like, did that really happen? Did he just say cannabis? What did he say? And that's fun. That's a fun reaction. Our talk was, or my talk was on investing outside of the box and thinking outside of the box, and I hope that people in the audience felt like they got what they asked for.
Absolutely. And yesterday and this morning there were a few comments on the innovation that's being seen in US markets with private equity compared to perhaps Europeans who are sticking with what they know. I mean, do you see some shockwaves from what you're doing across the rest of the private equity market? Will there be a reinvigorated hemp industry following you? What do you think the consequences will be for the industry at large?
Gosh. The United States consumes a lot of hemp. It consumes a lot of hemp products, but it's a product that we can't grow. It's a crop you can't grow in the United States. So we import all of our hemp predominantly from China, Canada, and Germany. And I think that as that product becomes more available in the United States, it will increase in demand. You'll see an increase in demand. And I also think that as legalization takes place, more people will be open to this crop, which, as I mentioned, is larger in size, larger in revenue in the United States as a cash crop than things like soybean and corn.
Absolutely. And one of the lessons we've had so far, especially from frontier markets where there might be some parallels like Africa and Indonesia, is know your market, be close to your market. Have you ever tested your market personally? Have you ever inhaled?
I'll tell you this. Cannabis is a product that's grown everywhere in the world. Every place I've ever been, whether it's North America or South America or Asia or Europe or Africa, people consume cannabis. And so that's part of the opportunity. I don't answer the "do I consume" question because it's a no-win situation. If I say that to investors, they discount everything I say up until that point and after that point. And if I say it to my target companies, my portfolio, they discount everything I say because I'm not from within the industry. So it's a no-win question, and I don't really have a good answer for it.
A very clever answer, as I'd expect from any private equity professional. So thank you very much, Brendan.
Thank you so much for having me.